Hey everybody, welcome to Icewater Yoga. My name is Joe Pace. Today's class is going to be a twisting focused class. And I think one of the common or the most common misconceptions with twisting is that it's about getting as deep as you can and cranking into your spine and wringing everything out. Um, Probably not the best call, especially if you're trying to do other things with your back. What we do twists for is actually to create more length in the spine. So by twisting, we're actually stretching the muscles of the spine. And by stretching those muscles, our spine becomes more open, more loose, and also more supple. So it's able to handle all the different stresses that get put on it with a little bit more ease and a little bit more durability. So we're going to do some really basic twists today. And the principle that we're going to focus on is keeping length in the spine. So before we do anything with the spine, whether it's a forward bend, a back bend, side bend, or twist, we want to create length between the vertebrae first. So there's individual vertebrae stacked on top of one another all the way up your spine with discs in between. What we want to make sure we're doing is lengthening first before we twist, so we're not crunching into those discs, we're not crunching vertebrae on vertebrae. We're getting length and then we're twisting evenly throughout the back. And you should feel these twists in your mid to upper back. We don't really want to focus the twist in the low back because we're already pretty hypermobile there and we don't necessarily need more twisting there. Most of the twist you should feel in your mid upper back, possibly your cervical spine, your neck area. That's sort of the last, that's like the cherry on top of our twists. We add the turning of the neck if we want to get a little bit more of a neck stretch, but the most important part is the base of the neck, really where the shoulders meet the spine, that point, and the length all the way down to the top of your low back. So that area, that's really where we want to focus the twisting. Okay, so really simple twist to start. We're going to just come into a comfortable seated position. You can be sitting on a chair, sitting on the floor, sitting on a block. Anything's an option. Okay, we'll take the hands to our knees, and I'm going to mirror you. So I'll be turning right, you'll be turning left. All right, so from this place, root down through both sit bones. This part of the pose never changes. Both of your sit bones, the pointy part of your butt, pressing down into the floor, lift up through the chest. We have a tall spine. With this tall spine, we take the right hand to our left knee, take the left hand behind us or off to the side. Okay, so lift through your chest, tall turning to your left. And so with the your right hip pressing down into the mat, you feel the twist not as much in your low back, more in the upper and middle back. So now when we talked about before, the neck piece, you can continue to turn and look more towards your left if you want to add that extra little neck twist, but making sure you're keeping length throughout the spine the whole way through. And so not looking for a maximum twist, we're looking for a twist that we can breathe deeply in. And start to just experience the pose. We're going to be here for a few more breaths. If you ever feel pinching in the back, please back out. Always finding a place of sustainability, always finding a place of productivity. On your next inhale, grow tall, and then rotate back towards center. We'll take it to the other side. Before we do, wiggle it out a little bit if you need. Again, sit bones rooted down. We get tall in the spine. Your left hand coming to your right knee, your right hand coming out to the side. Lift through your chest and then twist gently over to your right. Left sit bone pressing down into the mat. So continuing to draw the crown of the head tall, the tip top of your head towards the ceiling, pressing down evenly through both of your sit bones, and then maybe you gaze a little bit further to the right, looking to your right, and then stretching the neck, turning the cervical spine. And again, that's just the cherry on top. If you have any neck issues, probably not a great option. Breathing into the middle upper back. Inhale, back through center. All right, so we're gonna take another twist again to this side. Options. So we're gonna take the right heel in towards our body. We can extend the left leg out in front of us. This may be your option for today, all right? You may not change anything about this leg variation. Again, always sit bones pressing against the mat. So you wanna make sure that wherever you go with your legs, your sit bones are both rooted firmly down. You can take this right leg, actually, sorry, I'll mirror you. So this would be your left leg. Your left leg rooted down, you can bring it across your right leg, okay? So if this feels okay in the knee, if you can continue to press both sit bones down into the mat, all good. The final variation with the legs is to take your right leg and tuck it underneath you, underneath your left hip, okay? So from here, you have both sit bones rooted into the mat, hopefully. If not, this right leg comes back straight out in front of you. Now, from this place, we have our legs set up in whatever variation you'd like. From here, the relation of the elbow to the knee is what we're concerned with. So we can take the front of the right elbow to the front of the left knee, okay? So now we take that place and then gently turn over to the left. Same thing with our left hand, right to the ground or to the base of our spine. If it feels accessible, you can take your right arm outside your left leg, lifting up through the chest and then pressing away. And so now, again, length first. So both sit bones pressing down to the mat, crown of the head grows tall. We are twisting comfortably to our left. Okay, so now we're not focused at all on getting deeper. We find a place where it feels productive and positive, and we just breathe in that place. Now, the arm variation and the legs variation, there may be different options for you. You have whatever option in the legs you'd like, whatever option in the arms, the elbow in relation to knee, whatever you'd like. Okay, so whatever feels like it's positive for your body, whatever allows you to keep the spine long and the base of your pose, the sit bones, both rooted down into the mat. For 3, 2, inhale, lengthen your spine, grow tall. Coming out of the pose, we'll switch sides. Both legs out in front of you. From here, we take the right leg in towards us, option 1. Across the left leg, option 2. Bend your left leg or your left heel in towards your right sit bone. Lift through the chest, stay tall. And then from here, we take the left arm across our body or the eye of the left elbow to the right knee. Inhale, lift your chest tall, and then find your twist. Bringing the elbow outside the knee if that feels positive for you, and we're not torquing, we're not forcing. There's never any force in these poses. We're lifting tall through the chest, each vertebrae separated from one another before we turn, maybe adding the twisting of the neck if we'd like at the end. So set up your pose and then be in it. Just breathe in it and just really explore the space in your body. Last couple breaths. Okay, inhale, get tall and long, come back towards center, release the legs, both legs out in front of you, and then you can roll it onto your back. All right, so last twist here, we'll take it on the back, supine position. So from here, we're just gonna take the left knee in towards our chest. Okay, so hug the left knee in toward your chest, extend your right leg long. From here, you're gonna bring the left knee across the body, and then you're gonna tuck your right hip underneath you. So my right hip is stacked directly underneath my left hip. My left knee is only coming so far to my right so that I can maintain both shoulder blades pressing against the mat. So I don't wanna come all the way and press and force my left knee to the floor. I actually can't do that. You can extend your right leg long, and I can't bring my left knee to the floor unless my left shoulder lifts. So I don't want to let my left shoulder lift at all. I keep both shoulder blades pressing against the mat evenly, extending long with the right leg, and then extending up and away with the left knee, not down, up and away from you, up into your right, basically. So lifting, a lifting action. And the right leg extending long out away from you and the crown of the head extending tall, we create length in the spine. Just a really brief hold here for 3, 2, 1. Come back towards center. We'll switch sides. Left hip scoots underneath you, extend left leg long, and then we rotate to the other side. Okay, stay lifted in the right knee up into your left, right shoulder blade firmly planted against the mat. We're long through the toes of the left foot. We're long through the crown of the head, so our body is long before we think about twisting at all. Keep the chest facing whatever is above you, the sky or the ceiling. Really brief hold here for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in towards center. Please hug both knees in towards your chest, scooting your left hip back underneath you to a normal supine reclined position. Release all this stuff. You can roll side to side on your back. That usually feels pretty good. Letting the low back release, letting the mid back release. And then we'll take this side to side rocking motion. We'll take it forward and back. Rolling out the spine like a rocking horse or a rocking chair. Curving the spine, just roll it out. Nothing major. Just let the spine release. And then from here, roll it all the way to a seated position. Okay. So hopefully feeling a little bit taller, definitely more warm in the spine. And we've also learned a few principles about twisting. So always making sure that you're never torquing, you're always creating length, and you're always finding a place where the twist feels positive, okay? Twists are about creating length, twists are about feeling light. So thank you for your time, thank you for your effort. Namaste.